In this video, we'll look at adding pictures to QuestionPress. You can actually do it one of two ways. You can drag and drop pictures into questions, or you can upload them for later. First, we're going to look at dragging and dropping. The first step is to simply log in, and I'm going to go to Question List Manager because that's where my question list or my test is sitting. So I'll click on my subfolder here and I'm going to open my test. As you can see, I have the exact same 4 questions, and what I'm wanting to do is to add a picture to each one, thus making each question a little bit different. I'm going to go up to File, New Window, and what this is actually doing is opening another copy of my browser. So if I click and hold and move this over, we can see there's my QuestionPress window, and then here's my new window that I just opened. So I'm going to do a search for stages of a butterfly, and I look at this website and I decide, yep, these are the 4 pictures that I want. So I'm going to resize this window and resize my QuestionPress window so that they're side by side. To do that, I'm going to go to the bottom right hand corner and I get a double arrow, and I'm going to click and hold, and I'm just going to resize that window. And you can see as I'm clicking and holding and dragging that window to the size I want it to be, I can start seeing my QuestionPress window over here. If I click up here in the title bar, I can click and hold, and I can drag and move that to where I want it on the page. I need to do the same with my QuestionPress window, so I'm going to click back on it, and I'm going to go down and grab the corner, click and hold, and again drag it to resize it to the size I want it to be. And then I'm going to click up here on the title bar area and move it so that they are side by side. If you're in Firefox on a Windows machine, simply go up to the Restore Resize button and click, and then I can resize 2 ways. I can either grab from the side or from the bottom, or if I go to the corner, I can click and hold and then resize the window to the size I want. If I need to move it, I just go up to the blue taskbar, click and hold, and drag it to where I want it to go. Now that I have my windows side by side, I'm going to edit my first question so that I can add a picture to it. So I'll click on Edit, and just because my window's sized a little funny, I might have to navigate to move where I need to be in the window. So I'm going to click up here on the yellow title bar, and then I can move that over. So what stage of the metamorphosis of a butterfly does this picture represent? Well, if I click in there, my cursor is blinking. I'm going to hit Enter on the keyboard so that I'm on a line all by itself, and I'm going to have my first question have this picture in it. So I'm going to click on this window so that it's active. Then I'm going to click and hold and drag that picture into my QuestionPress. So as you can see, there's my question up here. Here's my picture. If I want to make it smaller, I can do that. If I want to make it bigger, I can do that as well. It's really up to you. I choose what my answer is, and then I'm going to slide back over here so that I can say Save My Changes. And now I have my picture in for my first question. So again, I just clicked on Edit, and I had to move my window over so that I can see my question. I'm going to click in here. I'm going to hit Enter one time. For this one, I will click and hold, select the window, then click and hold, drag my picture over. We can kind of see that cursor there to let you know where the picture is going to drop. And then I'm going to choose my answer and scroll over and say Save Changes. The one thing to keep in mind when you're inserting pictures, it's not like PowerPoint where you can just drag and drop. When you're dragging and dropping a picture in here, if I move this around and let's say my cursor happens to be right behind the word, the E in stage, and I let go, then that's where that picture drops. So you just have to kind of make sure that your cursor ends up being placed at the end of your sentence or even on a new line, which is why I was hitting enter earlier. So that's one way that you can add pictures, and that's pretty quick. Another way you can add pictures to QuestionPress is by actually uploading them into QuestionPress. Why would you want to do this? Well, maybe you want to use them later. For example, if you have different shapes or triangles or math symbols, things that maybe are difficult to find again, you can upload them into QuestionPress and then you'll have them again for later use. So here's how you do that. I have my test up from earlier, and I also have my website where I found my pictures earlier. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and I'm going to save these pictures to my desktop, and I'm putting them on my desktop just because it's quick and easy for me to find, and then I can always go delete them later once I've uploaded them. So if I right mouse click and I save the image, and it doesn't matter if you're on a Mac or a PC, you just choose what you want it to be called and where you want it to save. And so I'm going to leave it the default file name. It's going to be on my desktop. I'm going to hit save. And I'm going to go ahead and do that for the other pictures as well. Let's scroll down. And I have two more. And the last one. And if I minimize this, we'll see on my desktop, get that out of your way, we can see the 4 pictures are setting over here. But let's head back into Firefox. And I'm going to click back here into QuestionPress where I'm back in my test. So on this question, I'm going to say Edit. And I have some options down here. Record a sound, which we'll talk about in a different video, or upload an image, or Image Vault. Well, I have to start with uploading an image because I can't get into the vault until I have images in there. So I'm going to click on Upload Image, and what it wants you to do is to either select a folder or create a folder to put them in. So since these are pictures that I'm going to use, I'm going to put them in a folder with my last name. And I'm going to browse, and I put those on my desktop, so I'm going to navigate back to my desktop. And then I'm going to click on the picture and then click on Open and say Upload the image. Now that picture is sitting in my vault, and if I wanted it on this particular question, I simply could click and hold on it and then drag it over to here. I still have 3 more pictures that I want to upload. So again, I'm going to go back to Upload New Image, and notice that it automatically picks my name again. I'll click on Browse, I'll click on the next picture, I'll open it, and then I'm going to say Upload the image. Again, I still have 2 more pictures, so Upload New Image, and you just continue going through this process until you have all the images uploaded that you want in your vault. I have last one, Upload New Image, Browse, I'll pick the egg, Open, and then Upload. So now that I have all of my images uploaded and I can see them sitting here in my vault, I already have the picture in that I want, and I'm simply going to click on Close and Return. And then I'm going to click on Save Changes. So I come back here and I realize that I not only have the same picture twice, but I didn't pick my correct answer here. So I'm going to edit this. I'm going to click on the picture and delete it. And I just hit the delete key on my keyboard. I'm going to click on the image vault, and I'm going to go find the picture that I was missing and drag and drop it in. Close and return. Choose my answer. Save my changes. And now my questions have pictures to go along with them.